Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to your daily tarot reading for Saturday, November 30th, 2019. Let's give these cards a shuffle and let's see what the energy for this Saturday is all about. Some things you might want to know, some strategies you might want to keep in place, and basically some key words just to keep in the back of your head as you go through your situations throughout the day. So let's get these cards shuffled, and I think we're good to go. Do a couple more here. There we go. And let's put these cards down. This is our first set, our second pile, and finally our third pile. All right, I'm feeling more towards this last pile today, so let's see what we have for a card. All right, we have the Eight of Swords. Let's talk a bit about the Eight of Swords. It's all about things in our empowerment, ways that we can respond and react to people in situations, and basically things that we can do to make changes in the outcome. So when we start off thinking about the Eight of Swords, again, let's come up with some key words to keep in mind for today. As you can see, one easy one right here is feeling trapped. You're feeling like you're behind bars or behind swords or trapped in your own truth. But the reality of it is, obviously, lift up your head, look around, and you can see you're not trapped at all. Feeling anxious. Obviously, if you're feeling trapped, you're going to feel anxious as well as feeling pressure, hopelessness, helplessness, powerless, silenced or feeling like you're silenced. You may feel like crises or imprisonment, punishment. There's a lot of different words that come with all of this. You may even feel persecuted. When we get into all of this, the bottom line comes down to negative attitudes, in my opinion anyway. So when we look at the general context of this, you may be feeling sort of like restricted, backed in a corner, even trapped in a situation, like you have your hands tied, that sort of thing, which obviously can cause anyone anxiety, anyone fear, anyone emotional outbursts. Bottom line, though, is the card is here to remind you that you're not helpless, that you're not powerless, that you're not enslaved to any one situation. If you're feeling pressure, if you're feeling like you're in crisis, you're feeling like you're backed in a corner, take a step away from the situation. Look at yourself and ask yourself what kind of negative thinking is going on right now with you. And sort of get rid of that paralysis. Look around and look at a subjective and an objective way to move away from the situation and walk away from it. If you're involved in a situation that just doesn't feel right, you have every right to yourself to walk away from it. You don't even need to explain yourself to the people involved in that situation. So the life lesson here is if you're feeling that way, take a step back, objectively look around, and literally walk away from the situation if it doesn't feel right. Now, from a love and a relationship standpoint, it's all about one or the other person in that relationship feeling trapped, feeling confined, feeling backed in a corner, as we've used the key words again. If that's the situation, this is the time to really open up and dissect that relationship within itself. If it's a significant other or a friendship, no one should ever be in a relationship or in a situation within a relationship where you're feeling trapped, abused, taken for granted, any of the words that we actually just discussed. That being said, again, you need to look at everything from an objective standpoint. And if it's not serving your higher vibe, if it's making you feeling so horrible, it's time to walk away from that type of situation. From a money and career standpoint, you probably gather where this is going. But again, if you're feeling trapped in that current situation, you feel like you're not getting anywhere, you're feeling hopeless, powerless, helpless, all of those things, understand you are the master of your own destiny. So if the situation is as such at work, this may be the time for you to start being creative, thinking outside the box to see where and how you want to make money. Maybe it's still in the company, maybe it's working under another team or another supervisor, or maybe it's time to start job hunting and look around. And don't give in to fear. Don't give in to the negative thought processes that go through our head all the time. It's time for you to put the negativity aside and actively look for where you need to be and actively come up with an objective game plan to get there. So all in all, it's an interesting read for a Saturday. I hope you enjoyed this reading for today. And again, as always, I look forward to seeing you all back here tomorrow. Until then, be safe, be well, and be blessed.